Could it be possible that Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, was worse than Adolf Hitler? This provocative question, posited by some on the political left, has stirred up much debate and controversy. However, upon closer examination, this argument seems to crumble under the weight of its own fallacy. Consider this. It's the year 2024. Donald Trump had his chance to show his true colors during his 4-year term from 2016 to 2020. Yet those who vehemently opposed him, those who predicted his tyrannical reign, still walk freely, voicing their dissent. In contrast, look at Adolf Hitler. Shortly after he assumed the chancellorship, the infamous Reichstag fire occurred, followed by the ruthless purges of the Night of the Long Knives. Dictators, once they seize power, tend to act swiftly and decisively. Saddam Hussein, for instance, on his very first day in power, had his political opponents arrested, relishing their discomfort. So, if Donald Trump was indeed the tyrant some painted him to be, why didn't he act as such? Why didn't he silence his critics, as dictators are wont to do? Rachel Maddow of MSNBC even suggested that Trump might schedule executions, a common practice among tyrants. Yet no such thing happened. If Trump was indeed the harbinger of hate that some claimed, why didn't he instigate a violent purge or establish concentration camps? Many of his supporters, who comprise a significant portion of the country's gun owners, would have been ready to act on his command. The military too, leaning slightly to the right, would have likely been his allies. With his favorable policies towards Customs Border Patrol, ICE, and other law enforcement agencies, Trump certainly had the means to enforce a dictatorship. But he didn't. So why is that? The answer, it seems, is that the portrayal of Trump as a dictator was a product of political hyperbole, fueled by fear-mongering. This is not to say that Trump was without flaws or above criticism, but to compare him to one of history's most notorious dictators. That appears to be a fallacy. So we return to the question, was Donald Trump worse than Hitler? The evidence suggests otherwise. The lack of oppressive actions and the survival of his most vocal critics during his time in office hint at a different narrative. It appears that the claims of Trump's supposed tyranny were, in fact, overblown. In conclusion, it seems crucial to evaluate political narratives with a critical eye, recognizing the potential for exaggeration and fear-mongering. Doing so allows for a more accurate understanding of political leaders and their actions, steering clear of harmful fallacies.